acquitted for the sex trafficking. He like all the big ones, the racketeering, not guilty. They only got him for like, yeah, man.
I don't know what people you got around you, but somebody got to sit you down. You can't. So whatever time he spent is between him and God.
Yeah, man.
Right? That time that he spent position, that's between him and God. That time was spent.
The court case surrounding Kurt Alexander has captured the attention of fans and the public alike, sparking intense debate and speculation. Today on Overall News Focus, we break down the charges, the courtroom developments, and the outcomes that left many shocked and confused. This is more than just gossip. It is a window into how legal systems and public opinion collide when celebrities are involved. We will take you through every major moment as Kurt Alexander faced the court, analyzed by experts and personalities who know the industry inside and out. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and share your thoughts in the comments. At Overall News Focus, we bring you the most accurate, detailed, and unfiltered look at the stories that matter most in celebrity news. Kurt Alexander revealed that the verdict in his case was not as severe as many anticipated, with the court only convicting him on 2 counts related to prostitution. While this might seem surprising to the public, it highlights the nuances of legal proceedings and the difficulty of proving complex allegations beyond a reasonable doubt. Kurt emphasized that this outcome meant he could potentially leave the courtroom immediately, underscoring the immediacy and unpredictability of the justice system. This moment illustrates the contrast between the severity of accusations often reported in the media and the reality of legal outcomes. The focus on just 2 counts, rather than the more sensational charges, demonstrates that even in high-profile cases, the legal process can diverge significantly from public expectations. It also underscores the importance of separating rumor and speculation from the facts that emerge directly from court records. By updating the public on his potential release in real time, Kurt highlights the human side of legal battles, reminding viewers that defendants experience the tension and uncertainty of the courtroom just like anyone else, regardless of fame or notoriety.
The verdict came in.
No.
They only got him for like 2 counts, and that was for prostitution. So literally, while we're talking right now, he could be walked if the judge said, like, literally, we're updating.
We're literally
because he could be walking out right now.
Kurt further clarified that he was acquitted of all the major charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering, which were initially perceived as the most serious aspects of his case. By confirming that these high-profile charges did not result in convictions, he reinforced that the legal system can differentiate between serious allegations and minor infractions. The acquittals for the major crimes demonstrate the rigorous standards of evidence required to secure a conviction and reflect the court's careful consideration of facts over public pressure. What remains are only the 2 minor prostitution-related counts, which dramatically alter the narrative that circulated before the trial concluded. This explanation emphasizes that celebrity cases often attract disproportionate attention for the most sensational claims, even when the actual judicial outcome is far less dramatic. Kurt's commentary gives insight into the disconnect between media portrayal and courtroom reality, showing that understanding legal results requires attention to detail, not just headlines. His transparency in explaining exactly what he was found guilty of and what he was cleared of is a reminder that high-profile cases are often more nuanced than they appear, and it allows the public to understand the verdict in a clearer, more factual context.
Acquitted for the sex trafficking. He like all the big ones, the racketeering, not guilty. They only got him for like...
Marlon Wayans contributed his perspective on the outcome, noting that many people had expected far worse consequences. He expressed that while some charges were serious, including potential life-altering allegations, the reality was that the most severe charges, including RICO violations, did not hold. Marlon's reaction underscores the perception that celebrity legal cases are often magnified in public discussion, where assumptions and rumors overshadow facts. By expressing relief that the harsher charges were not upheld, he also highlights the tendency for the court of public opinion to speculate and assign guilt prematurely. This section reflects the gap between expectation and reality, as Marlon emphasizes that while minor charges were present, the overarching narrative that many believed would lead to catastrophic legal consequences was incorrect. His comments also bring attention to how public figures, friends, and peers process outcomes differently from fans, often prioritizing fairness, context, and personal knowledge over sensationalism. The tone here communicates that even when celebrities face legal scrutiny, a calm and measured analysis can reveal a more balanced understanding than the speculation often found online.
Okay, I was like, life, damn. Yeah, I know he ain't no. He might get a FRICO charge, but no, I ain't. If there's a FRICO charge,
outcomes, creating expectations that often do not align with the facts presented in court. Marlon jokingly emphasized the importance of claiming responsibility for minor charges, acknowledging that while the RICO and more severe charges did not stick, the so-called freak charge did exist and had to be recognized publicly. This interplay between serious legal outcomes and public perception demonstrates how much influence public narratives can have on a celebrity's reputation. It is a reminder that while legal verdicts are determined by evidence and the judicial system, public opinion can sometimes operate independently, forming judgments based on hearsay, exaggeration, and selective reporting. The discussion also illustrates the delicate balance that celebrities must maintain between addressing facts truthfully and managing the perceptions of millions of observers, many of whom are eager to sensationalize every detail. By focusing on the reality of the charges while simultaneously acknowledging how the court of public opinion reacts, Kurt and Marlon provide a nuanced insight into the pressures and challenges of navigating fame under intense scrutiny.
Guilty.
Hey man, hey dude, the court of public opinion on this one. You've never said Frico charge?
No.
You better look in that camera and
You got the Frico charge.
yeah. Hey man, but yeah, the court of public opinion.
Marlon Wayans emphasized his perspective on personal conduct and the limits of judgment when it comes to private behavior. He stated that he could not judge someone for their sexual activities behind closed doors, but drew a clear line at actions that harm others, such as physical abuse. This perspective offers an important lens through which to view the Kurt Alexander case, separating legal accountability from moral opinion. Marlon's comments underscore that not all public criticism is legally relevant, and not all private actions are subject to legal sanction. By highlighting this distinction, he demonstrates the importance of focusing on behavior that has tangible consequences versus actions that are consensual and private. This kind of commentary is crucial in high-profile cases where the court of public opinion often conflates legality with morality. Marlon's approach illustrates the responsibility friends, colleagues, and even fans have in interpreting celebrity news carefully, separating personal beliefs from verified legal outcomes. It also stresses that fairness and context matter when evaluating actions, and it invites viewers to consider the complexity of human behavior, law, and accountability in celebrity legal proceedings.
I can't judge people for what they do sexually in
Right.
their bed. I could judge you for hitting a woman, but as a friend, I would pull them to the side and be like, yo,
Yeah.
if I ever seen that, I'd be like, yo, you can't do that.
Marlon Wayans concluded by reflecting on accountability, growth, and the personal consequences of legal entanglements. He noted that the time Kurt Alexander spent dealing with these charges is ultimately a private matter between him and his own conscience, or as Marlon said, between him and God. This perspective frames the legal consequences as a moment of personal reflection and growth, rather than just punishment or public spectacle. Marlon emphasized that accountability does not always have to be public shaming. It can also be a private journey toward understanding and improvement. This viewpoint is critical for understanding the human side of legal cases involving celebrities. The time spent under scrutiny, whether in court or in legal limbo, can serve as a learning experience and an opportunity for self-assessment. Marlon's comments highlight that, while public interest in celebrity cases is enormous, the internal and personal repercussions are often the most profound, influencing behavior and choices long after the legal proceedings conclude.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what people you got around you, but somebody got to sit you down. You can't. So whatever time he spent is between him and God.
Yeah, man.
Right? That time that he spent position, that's between him and God. That time was spent.
The Kurt Alexander case illustrates the complexity of celebrity legal matters and the divide between media narratives, public opinion, and courtroom reality. While the most serious charges were dismissed and only minor counts were upheld, the discussion from Kurt Alexander and Marlon Wayans sheds light on how individuals process both accountability and public scrutiny. The case demonstrates that legal outcomes, personal growth, and reputation management exist in overlapping but distinct spaces where the law, public perception, and morality intersect. At Overall News Focus, we strive to separate sensationalism from reality, providing viewers with a clear understanding of the facts, the context, and the human stories behind high-profile cases. This breakdown shows that even in the glare of public attention, personal reflection and learning remain essential, reminding everyone that celebrity cases are more than headlines. They are about real people navigating complex consequences. Subscribe to Overall News Focus, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments about what this case teaches us about law, reputation, and personal responsibility in the spotlight.